Here at Staples in LA, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Los Angeles Lakers. The Thunder in blue, controlling. Green shot block. And it'll be Laker ball.
And already we see the size of the Laker front line affecting the inside play of Oklahoma City.
Lakers with Ron Artest, Pau Gasol, Andrew Bynum up front, Kobe Bryant, Derek Fisher in the backcourt. Here's Bynum coming off a strong game. And Oklahoma City with a backcourt of Russell Westbrook and Thabo Sefolosha up front. The NBA's leading scorer, Kevin Durant, with Jeff Green and Nenad Krstić. Durant, rebounded by Bynum.
We'll see whether or not the grabbing, holding, clawing of Ron Artest bothers the league's leading scorer.
Are you saying that he is fouling on a regular basis?
He is.
Steve, step in anytime.
I'm going to choose my spots wisely. Derek Fisher knocking down the three.
Good call.
Fisher just 1 of 8 yesterday, Mark, so that's a big shot for his confidence.
Welcome to Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles. Marv Albert along with Steve Kerr, the czar Mike Fratello, Craig Sager works the sideline. It's Kevin Durant and his Oklahoma City Thunder facing Kobe Bryant and the LA Lakers. Here's Nenad Krstić. Lakers off to a 7-2 lead. We played a shade over 2 minutes. Bryant and Fisher in the backcourt. Pau Gasol is up front with Ron Artest and Andrew Bynum. Here is Kobe kicking it back out. Fisher hit a 3 a moment ago. Fisher trying to go glass. Rebounded by Jeff Green in a collision with Derek Fisher. Here is Russell Westbrook to the rim.
Well, this is what Oklahoma City is going to try to do tonight. They're going to get their easy points in transition and at the foul line. So if you're the Lakers, you've got to find a way to slow them down.
Oklahoma City gets about 16 fast break points per game, which makes them number 4 in the NBA. The Lakers need to control tempo.
Lakers at 30-12 yesterday afternoon here at Staples. They lost to the Clippers. That stopped the 7-game win streak. How about Blake Griffin this afternoon here at Staples? As the Clippers beat Indiana, he put up a career high of 47 points. Meanwhile, the Thunder at 27-13. Nice play by Fisher. He stripped Green. Oklahoma City has won 4 straight, 7 of its last 10. They double up. Bynum squeezed it off. He thought he was fouled. This is the first meeting of the season between the teams that met in the first round of the playoffs last year. Durant will head to the line, and that was a terrific series with the young Thunder pushing the defending champion Lakers to a tough 6-game win. The Lakers going on to win a 2nd straight title, but Oklahoma City made its mark with that 27-game improvement, one of the best turnarounds in NBA history. As you take a look at the synopsis of what took place in that first round series.
I think this is such a great matchup because each side presents major problems for the other. For the Thunder, it's their ability to get out in transition and get to the foul line. And in Russell Westbrook, they pose maybe the biggest problem the Lakers face, which is penetration from that point guard spot. That's been a problem for LA for years. And at the other end, Lakers' size just too much for Oklahoma City.
I think the youth versus age factor major here. This is the 6th game. You see the turnover right there. 6th game in 9 days for the Lakers. Here they are playing this very young, athletic Oklahoma City team.
Westbrook missed that shot. Bynum comes up with a big bounce-back game yesterday against the Clippers for Andrew Bynum, who struggled with fouls in the previous game against the Nets. Bryant able to soar for the rebound. Here's Bynum! A tomahawk from Andrew Bynum.
Did Kobe push off of somebody's shoulders to go up and get that one? Because I haven't seen him jump that high in a while.
An interesting matchup right off the bat. You see Kobe guarding Russell Westbrook.
The lob misfired, recovered by Cephalosha. Thabo Cephalosha in the backcourt with Russell Westbrook. This is Jeff Green. He's up front with David Kristich and Kevin Durant. Artest with the save. Bryant tried to loop it over to Bynum, but it's picked off by Westbrook. Here come the Thunder in a 4-on-2. Westbrook, by the time he forced the issue, he had players left and right, but he drew the foul.
Watch Kobe Bryant come flying in here, and I haven't seen him get up in a while that high. Look at that one-hand extension, and he looks for the big man who finishes it off.
You know, it was interesting talking to Phil Jackson before the game. He said the way we've got to slow down Oklahoma City is with our offense. And what he meant by that was they have to line up the Oklahoma City defense, get them in that triangle rhythm, move the ball, and take care of the basketball and pound it into the paint. If they turn it over, like we've seen early here tonight, the Lakers are very vulnerable in transition.
Another little subtle thing talking about the age of the Lakers and back-to-back games and 6 games in 9 days. How about the Lakers came out about 4 minutes later than Oklahoma City did to warm up before the game. Oklahoma came out with about 18 on the clock. Lakers come out with about 14 on the clock, trying to save every bit of energy they can.
Czar not missing
Nothing.
anything.
This is nothing.
And the watch on it. Off the double, Bryant sends to Fisher in the corner. The shot clock rolling down to 5. Gasol with 3 on the clock.
But Derek Fisher may not have looked like he knew, but he had looked at the opposite end of the floor, got his eyes up and saw there were 5 seconds left when he was dribbling out from under the basket. He knew he had time to make one more pass.
Jeff Green, who was picked it up after going through a rocky period about a week and a half ago.
That's a big shot for Jeff Green because he traditionally struggles against the size and length of the Lakers. Derek Fisher knocking down the 2. But Green's an important part of this team, and he doesn't score in the paint against Bynum and Gasol, so he's got to knock down some jump shots.
Beautiful move by Westbrook off the dribble. So the Lakers with a 13-12 lead. Oklahoma City involved in a shootout in their last game this past Thursday. Bryant will head to the line, fouled by Kristich. They last played Thursday night at home, and the Thunder beat the Magic 125-124. The Thunder feeling it was one of their best wins of the season. They shot 56%.
In fact, Marv, their last 3 games, Oklahoma City has put on just a display of offensive firepower. I mean, they have lit it up. Probably their best stretch of the season. You take a look at the numbers. Look at that, 117 points, 52% shooting, and 40 from the three-point line. And that's key because this is, as you can see, 33% for the season, one of the weakest three-point shooting teams in the league.
And the Lakers defend very effectively against the 3. The Thunder averaging 104 games, so that's number 6 in the NBA. Second of our doubleheader. Earlier tonight here on TNT, the Celtics made it a record of 31-9. That's the best in the East as they beat Orlando 109-106. Here's Green for 3. Bynum had it slapped away, but last touch by Westbrook. That leads to a timeout with just under 6 to go in this opening quarter. Lakers by 3.
Defending NBA champions with a respectable record of 30-12. But against teams with a winning record, they are a mediocre 5-5. Derek Fisher has been in this position before, and he admits that the journey this year has not been easy.
A number of reasons. I mean, first, I don't think it's easy to be the best. It's just not that easy. And to come in year after year and, be the marked team, be the team that's expected to win, be the team to, every other team wants to, kick your butt. That's not necessarily an easy position to be in. I think we've handled it well. We've gone through our ups and downs.
And Phil Jackson said the other day he was not comfortable with yesterday's game against the Clippers, won by the Clippers, and tonight's game against Oklahoma City, because he said we didn't play well against the Nets on Friday night and just did get away with coming up with the victory.
Well, they had won, what, 7 in a row at that point when he made that comment. You know, I heard Charles Barkley earlier talking about the fact that, you know, you see a team win 7 or 8 in a row. The deflection out of bounds for the Lakers. But, you know, so what? If they don't beat anybody good, does that really matter? I think Charles is dead on. I mean, it's amazing to me that LA has only played 10 teams with winning records halfway through the season, but I would say that'll probably catch up to them, right? I mean, that's kind of the way it works.
That's called averages.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Unless they change the schedule to have a different type of setting.
It's a zero-sum game.
Gasol came up short. Serge Ibaka has come on, replacing Jeff Green. Cephalosha tried to keep it alive. He could not, and the ball back to the Lakers.
Both teams had their opportunities at the rim. Gasol misses the little 2-footer and then 2-on-1 fast break. Oklahoma City can't handle the pass. That would have been a layup.
Lamar Odom getting set to check in for the Lakers. Lakers began the season. They win 8 in a row on the way to a record of 13-2. They lose 4 straight. They were clobbered by Miami, but recently they turned it with that 7-game win streak. Here's Bryant had a notion to shoot a deep 3. Gasol. Third field goal for Pau Gasol, 6 points in all, and the Lakers up by 7.
The versatility of Pau Gasol. That time, rather than in the paint, he steps out about 16, 18 feet, knocks down the jumper.
It's a quick release by Kevin Durant, and it's a 3-pointer.
How many times do we see that with Kevin Durant? Oklahoma City really with nothing going offensively. But he's one of those special players that can just take something and create a shot out of it. And that time he gets a 3.
Here's Artest. Nice spin. Beautiful move by Ron Artest, who has come out of an offensive funk recently. He's begun shooting the 3 more effectively. Phil Jackson telling us as Durant fires and hits again that he has requested that Ron stop taking that long 3-pointer from the corner.
Yeah, particularly tonight against this team because Oklahoma City runs so well, and that corner 3 is the one where LA is vulnerable in transition because they don't have guys back.
Again, a nice move by Artest. The tip by Bynum.
And that's why the Lakers are second best rebounding team in the NBA. Long, they get on the glass, and you see Artest, okay, trying to go. When it was Durant last time, he took him. This time they switched off, and it was not Durant on him.
Well, this is the Lakers' strategy. Get the ball in this paint area because once it's there, even if you miss a shot, good things happen.
The putback from the knee surgery has had his way. 8 points and 4 rebounds.
Yeah, and you can see the Lakers are pounding the ball inside to him. A 14-6 points in the paint advantage. And he just makes such a big difference for this club. You already have Gasol down there. You've got Odom off the bench. So much size, but Bynum just an incredible force when he's healthy and playing well.
Already 12 field goal attempts between Pau Gasol and Bynum. No field goal attempts for Kobe Bryant, but 4 assists.
Good play by Artest, creating the turnover as Durant lost it off his foot.
Well, remember the playoffs last year, Artest really made Durant's life miserable. It was Kevin's first experience in the playoffs, and Artest made a point of being really physical with him. Durant averaged 25 a game in that series, but shot only 35%.
Shannon Brown has come on for Derek Fisher and Collison in for Oklahoma City. Deflected out, last touch by Bynum.
Nice job by Westbrook. As they put the ball, meaning the Lakers put the ball on the floor, blue jerseys are surrounding the ball. The more you dribble, the deeper you get, the more blue jerseys will come after the big people.
James Harden, second-year man from Arizona State, has come on. What a move by Westbrook. A series of fakes going to his left.
You know, as many athletic point guards as we have in this league, I'm not sure Westbrook isn't the most athletic of them all.
Well, he's got to go some to beat Derrick Rose out of the last couple performances he's had.
All right, here's Bryant. That's his first shot attempt. He thought it was fouled. Westbrook in the open floor. Artest back. Beautiful shovel pass to Durant.
The speed and explosiveness of this team is just remarkable, particularly Westbrook and Durant in tandem. It's unbelievable to watch up close.
By Westbrook coming back towards the middle, that's what opened the pass up to Durant. He forced that defender to play him.
Foul committed by Harden.
Well, take a look at the split of the double team, then the explosiveness. He moves the ball to his left hand, and then in transition, yeah, you're right, he moves over and creates the angle in front of Artest and makes a nice feed to Durant.
Fourth team foul committed by the Thunder. Marv Albert, Steve Kerr, the Czar, Mike Fratello, Craig Sager, Artest did well to get that shot away, although he would have gone on the line even if he did not attempt the shot. Now committed by Durant. That is his first. Ron Artest, a 71% free throw shooter, at the line as we take a look at the upcoming national television schedule. NBA TV Tuesday starting at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. It'll be the Hawks and the Heat in Miami. And ESPN Wednesday starting at 9 Eastern Time. These Lakers take on the Dallas Mavericks, who have really been struggling even now with Dirk Nowitzki back in the lineup.
Dirk had a huge game this afternoon, but they lose up in Detroit. So, as you mentioned, they are struggling. And Ron Artest, Marv, taking a little bit different approach to trying to wear out Durant. He says, look, I'm not going to let Durant just keep taking shots at me. He keeps attacking Durant whenever Durant winds up on him, guarding him.
Steve Blake has checked in for the Lakers. Serge Ibaka showing the outside touch. Second-year player by way of the Congo, a late first-round pick. Has spent a year playing in Europe. Joined the Thunder last season. Had an excellent rookie year. A little hook tossed up by Odom.
Lakers are so good in that triangle offense because their bigs move so well and then handle it, shoot it, and pass it. Odom and Gasol, both so talented and on the move. They can both do whatever they want with the ball.
And Durant draws the foul on Blake. And it's a shooting call.
You know what you saw? That you saw both sides, offensive, defense, react. Blake knew he was going to just shoot it over the top, so he ran in and crowded him. Watch him. All of a sudden, he crowds him, and then Durant realizes he's so close. I'm just going to swing my arms up underneath him, initiate the contact.
You know, the league looked at this year. The officials really looked at it. Do we continue to call that play or not? And it puts so much pressure on the officials. The thing that drives me nuts, if you called that in a pickup game, the defender would look at you like you were crazy. It's really kind of an NBA-style created foul. And Tim Duncan, we've seen do it over the years. And Mari Stoudemire doing it quite a bit now as well.
Would you have made that call in a pickup game?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. So.
You would have wanted the ball back out.
That's a foul.
Yes, that's a foul.
Says Steve Kerr.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, a terrific free throw shooter, 88%. And a guy who spends much time at the foul line. Last year led the NBA, 756 made free throws.
At their team, #1 in the NBA overall. It's a team over 83%.
Yeah, threatening to break the all-time record, which is the 1989-90 Boston Celtics.
Collison with the steal. Here's Durant. Oh, Kevin Durant eluding Shannon Brown. The Thunder up by 2.
Brown almost had the steal on the outlet pass and just couldn't hang on to it, and it led to the easy layup.
First lead of the night for Oklahoma City. Final minute, first quarter.
8 fast break points for Oklahoma City already in the first quarter. That's way too many.
Brown shot way off. Eric Painter, who just came on, handling again. Oh, high dribble there. That's close to a palm as he works on Blake.
You're saying you would have called that?
I would have said that's palming.
I tell you what, you're doing a lot of officiating tonight. That's all I know.
All right, here comes Brown on the run. Brown all the way. And that will count. It's a goaltend.
Well, Shannon Brown's a fan favorite here at Staples. In fact, he plays much better at home. He feeds off the energy of this crowd, and this is what he's always been known for, his explosiveness in transition. You see the big dunks and just the athletic ability. He's really improved his shooting this year.
Final seconds of the first. Down to 5. Durant kicks it out. Here's Harden with the catch and shoot. So that's the end of the first quarter. And a good one. Here in Los Angeles, Lakers and the Thunder are tied at 28. Kevin Durant with 14 of OKC's 28 points.
With Scott Brooks, and you fell behind early but turned things around with your speed and quickness. How'd you impose your will?
Well, we finally got out in transition. We got to be able to score in transition against this team. This team's a big, strong, physical team. We got to use our quickness.
You also cut off their ability to score in the paint. How were you able to do that?
Well, I don't know. You know, early in the quarter, they were getting offensive rebounds and scoring in the paint. We did a better job towards the end of the quarter getting stops.
All right, thanks a lot. Back to you, Mark.
All right, Craig, second quarter is underway. Scott Brooks, the NBA Coach of the Year last season, played for you, Czar, with the Cavaliers. I asked him what do you remember about it. He said it was a blur.
He would not say that.
In a good way.
Yes, it was a positive blur. Shot clock down to 3. Here is Maynard. Rebounded by Gasol.
But you look at the stats in the first quarter, the Oklahoma City Thunder with 15 easy points, 8 in transition, 7 at the free throw line, and that's what you have to do to beat this team. You got to keep away from those easy ones, keep them in the half court. Lakers not doing the job so far.
Maynard getting it inside, and Green fouled. Jeff Green back on the floor. Luke Walton had just come on at the start of the second quarter, called for the foul. Oklahoma City at 27-13. They've won 4 in a row, 7 of their last 10. They last played last Thursday night at home and beat the Magic in that wild one, 125-124. Kevin Durant, 13 of 17, 36 points in that game. Here is Harden coming up short. 3-on-1 for the Lakers. Brown lost it. Maynard moves it back. Maynard with the lob, beautifully done. He's able to set it up for Harden.
Maynard is such a nice change of pace from Westbrook because he's much more of a pure point guard. Remember in Dallas a couple weeks ago, Marv, we saw 3 or 4 of those lob passes from Maynard. He's got a great feel for finding his teammates.
Foul committed by Collison. Maynard out of Virginia Commonwealth, second season in the NBA. Acquired in a deal with Utah last December, was a first-round pick of the Jazz. Appearing in 26 games, started a couple of times. Odom looking for the foul call. Harden firing a long 3 and a loose ball foul on the Lakers.
Boy, it looked like Harden got fouled on that three-point attempt. Steve Blake ran right into him. That's a call that you normally see these days in the NBA. You take a look, he releases it, and even though the contact comes afterwards, that's a call that is now being made. And might add here, Marv, they didn't used to call that back when I was playing. They didn't. They would always say, well, you release the ball so he's able to run into you.
Ibaka with the stuff. The Thunder, down by as many as 7, have taken a 4-point lead.
I get the feeling you were saying you've been cheated out of a few
I
points
just
in your
feel like
career.
it, you know.
That's what it sounded like to me.
I'm just saying they should have enacted that rule 15 years ago.
And here's Gasol. Allison with the rebound. Harden and Maynard in the backcourt. Ibaka up front with Collison and Green. Durant sitting down. Beautiful pass off the dribble. It was Maynard finding Collison.
If you're going to have your big man step out defensively the way Gasol did, then his teammates have to have his back when the guy he's guarding rolls to the basket that way. That's simply what happened.
Odom for 3. Lamar Odom from downtown. Oklahoma City up by 3. Strong move by Harden, turned back. Gasol got a piece of it. Odom for Blake. Tried the alley-oop, but it was blocked by Green.
Well, poor James Harden. He comes home to LA where he played here at Artesia High School. In the first few minutes while he's out there, he's doing everything he can to get a hoop. He's going to the hole. He's firing threes. Hasn't gotten a call yet. Still
a draft last season out of Arizona State, and James attended Artesia High School, as you mentioned, Steve, about 25 miles from downtown LA. In his junior and senior years, led the Pioneers to a 66-3 record, 2 state championships, as well as Player of the Year honors in his senior season for the state of California. Our research department coming up with the Pioneer nickname.
You see some of the players who have played there as Shannon Brown misses the three, the O'Bannon brothers, Jason Capono, and of course the greatest Artesia High player of all time, Tom Tolbert.
Tom's listening. That was a happy giggle. That was not.
No, he was big time there. He was really, really good. I'm just going to stick with it.
Tom went on to a NBA career. They remember him as a member of the Golden State Warriors. Yep. Collison not able to hit. Rebounded by Walton. Maybe a talk show host. Yep. For some television.
Very popular up in the Bay Area.
Floater by Brown. Shannon Brown brought the Lakers within a point.
This offense is just built for Pau Gasol and vice versa. You get him the ball in the post, and you move, he's going to find you. Just a wonderful passer.
Beautifully done once again. Maynard for Harden.
And that's Shannon Brown, who watched the penetration away from him. What he forgot to watch was his man he was guarding coming out of the corner, blowing to the front of the rim for the lob.
Third assist for Maynard. 9 assists for the Thunder. Their last 10 field goals. Here's another lob. Wait for Odom.
Well, both teams scoring in the paint at will. It's 20-20 points in the paint. We're midway through the second quarter. I mean, that's just too easy at both ends.
Thunder by 1. Collison able to keep it alive. Nice exchange. Ibaka is fouled by Walton.
Let's go back and look at this lob pass. Watch that man right there, because as the penetration takes place down the lane, what's going to happen is penetration here. This man turns his head for a second. Well, as soon as he turns his head, here's what happens. Penetration, opposite side. You turn your back on your player. There's the ball at the rim. There's the finish by Green.
For those of you who may have just joined us, 5 minutes gone by. Second quarter. Serge Ibaka at the line has given the Thunder a 2-point lead. And Kobe Bryant, who played the entire first quarter, or just short of the entire first quarter, attempting only 1 shot. That was it.
Well, the game plan coming in was clearly defined by the way Kobe played in that first stint. Get the ball inside to our bigs and let them pound Oklahoma City in the paint.
And Andrew Bynum, the beneficiary, he did have 8 points, 4 rebounds. Blake and Brown now on the backcourt. Gasol of Walton and Odom up front. So Pau Gasol, the only starter remaining on the floor. Brown passed on the 3. 1 on the shot clock. Brown coming up short. Brown with the save, and they have the new clock. Blake running off the pick, sets it up for Odom for 3. Yes.
Who's the last man coming off the bench to make an all-star team? That's what I wonder. Does Lamar Odom have a chance the way he's played this season?
Well, he has played very well. I think there are too many forwards in terms of competition for
Can you
Lamar.
remember anybody coming off the bench to make it?
Oh,
Manu Ginobili,
John Havlicek,
Kevin McHale.
a very successful 2010, made his first NBA All-Star appearance, won his first NBA scoring title. He's the leader right now. Made his first playoff appearance as they lost to the Lakers in the first round in 6. First team All-NBA, then re-signed with the Thunder for 5 years and capped it off with a gold medal at the World Championships, and was also the tournament MVP. Kevin Durant on top of the scoring board right now. Jeff Green with his second field goal.
And Durant just gets his points so easily. You know, during the timeout, I looked at the stats. I'm thinking, well, he's probably got 8 points. He got 14. I mean, it just seems to happen with him.
Scott Brooks telling us earlier he has become even a better closer. He has had some big numbers in fourth quarters.
And he's come on this month. He's shooting 55% in January. Remember, he had the sprained ankle early in the season, and his shooting numbers were actually down. He may have been a little tired from his World Championship experience in the summer, but he is playing, no question, his best basketball of the season right now.
Shot clock down to 4. Artest And obviously Phil Jackson got the message across to Ron Artest. We have not seen to this point a corner jumper or a three-point attempt. He is trying to take it to the rim. Collison called for the foul, so 2 shots for Ron Artest. What's your favorite team at home, on the road, anywhere with NBA League Pass? NBA League Pass lets you watch great NBA matchups on your TV, computer, and mobile phone. Call your local cable, satellite, or telco provider today, or log on to nba.com/League Pass.
I know a lot of times it's basically combinations on the floor, and that's the reason why, but we just saw Durant guarding Kobe Bryant in that last series, and that's something that they went to during that playoff, Steve, that you had mentioned. We were talking earlier today about how they switched him onto Kobe. He did a very respectable job on his playoffs last year.
And he'll get better and better defensively as he misses the wide open jumper there. But with that kind of length and size and quickness, Durant will be able to guard multiple positions as he goes forward. The question is, if you're Oklahoma City, do you really want him exerting too much of his energy at that end?
But in fourth quarter situations, if he becomes that kind of a lockdown defender, you put him on the guy you have to.
Right.
Kobe Bryant back on the floor. He's been a setup man to this point. Here's Kobe. Yes. That's a 2. Had a foot on the line. For Bryant, only his second shot, his first field goal.
And a mistake by Durant defensively, just as we were talking about him. You can't chase Kobe at the three-point line. Let him make some out there. Once he puts it on the floor and gets inside that line, he's almost automatic.
Green way off on a three-point attack, but Westbrook able to get to it. Westbrook and Harden now in the backcourt. Durant, Collison up front along with Ibaka. Collison with the rebound. Collison with the reverse. Nick Collison, in his 7th season out of Kansas. He spent his entire career with this franchise, starting with the Sonics, the first-round pick of Seattle back in 2003. That shot coming up with air. Harden for 3. The box out by Odom. Fisher, who just returned, played by Westbrook. Fisher, yes, and the foul.
What happens is, fronting the low post area, when Fisher decides to drive baseline, you put that man who's fronting the low post in a very difficult position, because if he steps down to block the baseline area, his man's rolled right to the rim. If you stay on him too long, Fisher's going to turn the corner. That's exactly what happened. He waited a little bit too long to step out. Fisher draws the contact, now to the line.
Foul committed by Jeff Green. Fisher at 85% free throw shooter. Rick Pavetta blowing the whistle and saying, no, you cannot check in. Serge Ibaka trying to come in following that first free throw.
He took a step onto the court, and Scott Wall actually held him back. But meanwhile, Fisher was just about to shoot that shot. I'm sure Derek's not real thrilled that Pavetta disrupted his rhythm, but knocks it down anyway.
That's like the NFL when a head coach calls for a timeout as the field goal kicker is getting set. 3-point lead for the Lakers. Durant is fouled by Bynum.
Well, what happened is Artest tried to go over the top of the screen. Durant stayed down below the screen, so now he had the inside position on Artest. Bynum has to pick him up. He just drove right at the big man.
Well, this season averaging just under 8 free throw made per game to lead the league, followed by Kevin Martin of the Houston Rockets. Durant averaging 28.5 a game to lead the league. Last season, he averaged 30 points a game. The youngest scoring champion in NBA history at the age of 21.
And you see Westbrook, number 3 on that list. And you mentioned this earlier, Mike, in Oklahoma City, number 1 in the league in free throw attempts, number 2, or number 1 in free throw percentage, number 2 in free throw attempts.
Oh, good second effort by Bryant after he was blocked by Cephalosha. So Bryant with his second bucket of the night. And the foul committed by Durant.
Now Kobe just so good in so many different areas with his penetration, with his anticipation. You see the slight little pump fake, drawing the foul, so strong. And here's a guy, speaking of free throw attempts, he'll get there in big games.
13 free throw attempts in the loss to the Clippers yesterday afternoon. 10 of 13 at the line.
Kobe taking time. The reason he's been so slow to get to the line is he got hit on that left hand, that left finger, and he's never had surgery on that finger for 2 years now since the injury, and as a result he's had to make some changes, adjust his shot somewhat because of the ligament damage that was in there.
And he's been playing through a sore right knee. Oh, beautifully done. Russell Westbrook. Kobe says the knee has cartilage that is so damaged that it's almost bone on bone at this point. Bynum from Bryant. Bynum backs up. Bynum blocked. Blocked by Ibaka. Here's Fisher with the step. Sets it up for Odom. He scores on the foul.
A beautiful job that time of Fisher showing the ball, putting it on the floor, getting in the paint, and that's where Scott Brooks said we've got to keep him out of the paint. And then because he's a lefty, Odom comes into the defender, moves the ball over to his left hand, and then finishes.
Serge Ibaka called for the foul. Odom off the bench for 12 points. 5 of 6 from the field. That is first free throw attempt. 3 minutes to play in this first half. Lakers with a 48-45 lead on the Thunder. Both teams shooting very well in this first half. Westbrook going all the way. What a move. And then able to put it off glass with some reverse on it.
And everybody has the same strategy against him. You want to keep him out of the paint, but it's almost impossible. He's just too quick and explosive.
12 points for Russell Westbrook. Good catch by Bynum. Bynum. Boy, he looks sharp.
He makes it look easy. When he's right, and he's starting to round into form following that injury to start the season. But how many young big men, Mike, are there anymore who can play like Bynum does, that traditional back-to-the-basket game?
However, Bynum picks up the foul. That's 3 on Bynum.
Now the explosiveness, the athleticism of Russell Westbrook. 2 Lakers in the paint trying to help. Doesn't matter. He's just too athletic, too quick. Put on that high screen and roll with a little mid-range jump shot. Then he splits the high pick. And then coming to his right, showing that explosiveness, the body control. 5 for 8, 12 points, 4 assists, and no turnovers for Westbrook so far.
This has been a tough place, this city, for the young man who grew up here. He hasn't done very well here.
Yeah, 8 games against both the Lakers and the Clippers. Look at the field goal percentage. Sometimes that happens. You go back to your hometown, you get a little too excited. Of course, he played here at UCLA. A couple Final Fours on his resume. Wasn't really a big scorer at UCLA. Played with Darren Collison and Love and Aaron Aflalo. That gang, unbelievable array of talent. But he wasn't a point guard. He was a 2 guard. He wasn't really a scorer, more of a defender. His game has really blossomed in the NBA.
14 points in this first half for Westbrook. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the half. Lakers by 1. Cephalosha defending on Bryant. Bryant with the spin, dumps it off to Gasol. Beautifully done.
How about that pass? He had 3 defenders on him, Kobe, after he came off that screen, got in the lane, and dropped it over his shoulder.
Assist number 5 for Bryant. Jeff Green, played by Lamar Odom. Kevin Durant turns on Artest. Rebounded by Bryant. Bryant to the rim. He explodes on Cephalosha.
But he got excited after that pass to Gasol. You could see the bounce in his step at the defensive end. Follows it up with that move. Lakers trying to make a push here.
Westbrook. Gasol rebound. Westbrook with a steal and a foul called on the Lakers. Both teams are over the foul limit.
Watch this pass. 3 blue jerseys right there in between the 3. He knows Gasol Gasol is right behind him. And then, because, as Steve mentioned, he's so excited with the pass, he goes up amongst the three blue jerseys and finishes it with both hands.
At the other end, Gasol called on the foul to put Westbrook back at the line. Thunder shooting 46% in this first half. The Lakers at 55. The high point men, Odom with 12. Scott Brooks is scoring leaders. Durant with 16. Westbrook with 15. Three-point lead for the Lakers. Westbrook has the last 8 points for Oklahoma City. We're approaching a minute left in the half. Gasol spinning his way on Ibaka. Tried to go glass, came up short. Durant handles, pulls it up for three. Artest getting to it. Here comes Fisher. Fisher draws the foul.
There's a smart veteran right there. As soon as he got the ball and looked up, he knew that if he pushed it, they were going to have numbers, because on the jump shot by Durant, the defender ran out. There was nobody covering the backcourt. Fisher looks up, he says, let me push it hard. They will have numbers. That's exactly what happened. He caught the Oklahoma City defense scrambling back and found the seam.
And I think this is one of the reasons why Oklahoma City's defense has struggled a little bit this year compared to last. I think they're so focused on the offensive end, they end up taking some bad shots like that one from Durant. They haven't learned how to execute in the half court yet and find easy baskets, so they tend to force some shots. That leaves them vulnerable at the other end.
Lakers up by 5. And low turnover half, though, for the Thunder, committing only 3. Westbrook gets it inside for Ibaka. Beautifully done again with Westbrook finding the cutter. Ibaka. 5 assists for Westbrook, along with the 16 points. Half minute left in this first half. Bryant working on Cephaloshin. Bryant got the step. Bryant with the bucket. And Kobe Bryant, who was not looking for his shot early on, is now 4 of 6 from the field. He has 10 points, 5 assists. The Thunder working the clock down to end the half. Westbrook over Gasol, yes.
This is an unbelievable display of basketball tonight at both ends.
I think the Lakers have played very well, and here it is, a 3-point game. Oklahoma City's right there.
Gasol gives back to Odom. The shot from center court. At the half, it's the Lakers 58, the Thunder 55. So the Lakers shoot 53% from the field, 47 by the Thunder. Russell Westbrook, the LA product, with 18 points. Kevin Durant with 16. Lamar Odom, the high man for the Lakers, with 12, 10 apiece for Bynum, Bryant, and Fisher. Coming up after a quick break, E.J. Charles and Chris Webber with the T-Mobile halftime report from right here in L.A. Score at halftime, the Lakers 58, the Thunder 55. The NBA on TNT being presented by the United States Marine Corps, and several strong performances. How about Kevin Durant, 16 points in the first half of the NBA's leading scorer.
He makes it look so easy. When you pick up the stat sheet, you don't realize the impact that he's had on the game. He was behind the three-point line or in that in-between area. The jump shot is effortless, and then his ability to get out in transition at 6 feet 10 inches tall, quite impressive.
And then, of course, you got the other part of the tandem, the high-scoring duo, Russell Westbrook. He split that high screen and roll about 3 or 4 times in the first half. I would look for the Lakers to make an adjustment. But he's just so good once he gets that head of steam. And that paint area is like his attack zone. He just gets to the ball at the foul line. There's almost nothing you can do.
And the 2 top-scoring duos, Durant and Westbrook, combining for 34 points. Bryant with 10 points, 8 coming in the second quarter, seemingly reluctant to take a shot in the first quarter, but he has come on with a rush in that second quarter to put the Lakers on top. Westbrook, incidentally, scored or assisted on the Thunder's last 12 points in the half. Lakers by 3 as the third quarter gets underway. Off the turnover. It's a 3-on-2, and Westbrook able to split right through.
Kobe was trying to guess, and then he just kind of went, oh, forget about it, and moved over on the side of him. He's trying to guess which way to jump.
Derrick Rose or Westbrook in transition, who's faster?
You got me, I don't know.
I'll take either one of them.
Lakers back to their starting lineup. Gasol had it slapped away. Again a 3-on-2. This time Bryant looked to take the charge. Instead is called for the foul. It's a blocking foul on Kobe. That's his first personal.
There's the guess. He jumps to his left, guessing that Westbrook's going to come back to his right hand. That time he was able to square up and take a chance at least of getting in front of him. The official obviously felt he was still moving his feet.
I thought it was a good call. Kobe was upset, but he was definitely moving on that play. And I think Kobe, more than anything, is just frustrated because Westbrook continues to get the ball in transition.
Green coming up short on the three-point attempt. Lakers at 30-12 coming into tonight's second best record in the West behind San Antonio. Bryant kicks it out. Here is Artest for 3. And it carried out of bounds. All right, let's check in with Craig Sager. Craig.
Omar Nene Krstić is starting the second half as he did the game, but however, Scott Brooks says if he doesn't make a couple quick shots, he will put Serge Ibaka in immediately for defensive purposes. As for stopping Kobe, if it's a close game in the fourth quarter, he says he may put Kevin Durant on him just as he did the playoffs, but he asks us, please don't refer to Durant as the Kobe stopper.
Yeah. Green able to hit, so he has 6 points. Nene Krstić had his most impressive game of the season against Dwight Howard and the Magic last Thursday. 9 rebounds in the first quarter, finished with 16 and 11, but not able to get much going here tonight. And the foul is on Green. That is his third.
If you go back to the best scoring years for Krstić, it's when they played side pick and roll. He was able to set the screen, drop down along the baseline to that 12, 14-foot area. He makes that jump shot on a regular basis, so you may have to get him a couple of those to get him a look.
That was primarily with the Nets. This is third year with Oklahoma City as Fisher able to go to the lane. Derek Fisher with a nice move. Also at that time, Krstić had Jason Kidd setting him up, and he underwent surgery on the ACL in his left knee 4 years ago, and that certainly changed his game.
Well, I don't think Westbrook is a pick and pop player. I mean, once he turns the corner on that screen and pop, he's just going to attack the rim anyway. So Krstić not going to get a lot of open looks.
Fisher with the open look. Hits the 3. Been a big night for Derek Fisher. 15 points coming back from the 1 of 8 yesterday afternoon against the Clippers.
He seems really involved in tonight's game. Very active, really being aggressive.
Cephalosha with a rare shot. We are early third, 4-point Laker lead. Fisher and the open shot, passed on it. Artest for 3. Yes. Ron Artest had been struggling from beyond that 3-point line, but last 4 games, 8 of 15 from downtown. Meanwhile, the Thunder now 1 of 11 shooting the 3. The Lakers open up.
Get multiple people to line up in front of Westbrook because one man won't do the trick.
And here's Durant off that timeout, rebounded by Krstić. Try to strip him, and he's fouled. He was trapped by the combination of Bynum and Bryant. Foul is on Kobe, his second. Are they building a wall here?
I think they're trying. The wall has to come in transition. Once Westbrook gets ahead of steam, you know, it's about getting back defensively, but the problem is Westbrook's so fast, he beats everybody down the floor.
And an open 3 rebounded by Bynum. Lakers by 7, matching their biggest lead of the night. Bryant, off the hesitation dribble, had it slapped away by Cephalosha. Tabo Cephalosha considered to be a strong defender. Very long, he's 6'7", 215 pounds, but he is facing Kobe Bryant, and now single coverage for Cephalosha. Kobe goes right at him, made the turn, and then kicks it out. Shot clock at 3. They have to hurry. Bryant step back and knocks it down. And you can see he's motioning towards Artest, saying, hey, why don't you take that shot?
He told him, he said, shoot the ball. When I pass it to you and you're open, shoot it.
But he was in the corner, and remember Phil Jackson told him, don't shoot the corner 3, but with 4 seconds on the shot clock, you have to.
Durant thought that he would pick up a foul on Artest. Now Artest takes the shot. Kept alive by Gasol. Bryant on the recovery. An 11-0 run here by the Lakers. Bryant backs his way on Cephalosha. Again makes the turn. Was able to hang. Could not hit. Durant leads the break. Chased by Artest, and now is fouled. No, they say offensive foul.
Now, that was a tough one. It looked to me like Fisher may have been moving, but Durant, the play got away from him when he lost control of the ball. Fisher gets over there outside the arc, and his foot may have actually been hovering over that line. That's one of those that I think probably could have gone Durant's way.
I think Durant's a little frustrated right now because when he tried to draw the foul the previous time down where he ball faked, got the defender in the air, jumped into him, there was no call there. That time trying to push the break, runs over the top of Fisher. They call a charge on him. A little bit of frustration on Durant.
An official timeout as Gary Vitti, the athletic trainer of the Lakers, is checking Pau Gasol. There's some blood from the hand of Gasol. You take another look at that last play.
It's kind of either way, but I think sometimes what happens is if a player loses the ball like Durant did there and it doesn't make a clean play, the official's not going to reward him if it's a kind of hit or miss type call.
11 unanswered for the Lakers. Thunder have not scored in the last 3 minutes. Kristich fronting Bynum. Shot clock down to 5. Bryant to the fadeaway. Tipped home by Gasol.
Oh, that's what Scott Brooks talked about in the clip when we heard him during the timeout. He said, you're playing good defense, but you've got to reward yourselves by getting the rebound. Another offensive board for LA.
Bryant with the steal. Chased by Green. Bryant is fouled. As he made his move, he looked to avoid giving any angle at all to the defender, Jeff Green.
Watch right here. Stop right there for a second. When that ball comes around, watch the defender come around on the front side, trying to front the low post man, forcing them to throw the lob over the top. That's the way they want to play post defense. Oklahoma City against the big men. There is the front once again on top, so they can't make entry passes into the post man.
4th foul committed by Green. Bryant 2 of 3 at the line. Point number 14 for Kobe.
And Mike, you talked about the front, and as the Lakers did there, they move the ball around the perimeter, and the problem with the front, once the shot goes up, and the offensive man has the inside position, and that's one of the reasons the Lakers are dominating the glass.
Excellent point you made, Steve.
Well, I just thought maybe you could have added that during your analysis, and when you didn't, I thought I'd follow up to save you.
So that's the way you guys help each other out. 6.5 remaining in the third. Ibaka has come on for Green. Westbrook now played by Bryant. Artest switching off. Westbrook. Good box out by Bynum.
Kind of a step outside Westbrook's range. The Lakers have done a little better job of keeping him out of the paint in the half-court defense so far in the third quarter.
Gasol fielding for Ibaka. Wild pass thrown intended for Bynum. Here comes Westbrook. Durant for 3. Rebounded by Kristich, and he scores. So Durant has been off Good first half. And now just 4 of 13 overall.
So at halftime, with Oklahoma City having 55 points, do we credit the Laker defense for sinking their teeth into it right now, or is it just bad shots or missed shots on Oklahoma City's part?
I think it's a little of both. Gasol with a nice move. He's going to go to the line, but I think if you really pick apart Oklahoma City, where they can make the most improvement is finding easy baskets with their half-court execution. They score so easily in transition. They get to the foul line, but when the game slows down and they're in the half-court, Durant takes a lot of contested long-range shots. We haven't seen him down on the block a single time tonight. I think that's his next stage in his evolution as a player.
Foul committed by Ibaka, putting Gasol at the line. So that 14-0 Laker run stopped by the basket a moment ago by Christic. And Westbrook, as you see, moving up court, stepped out of bounds, and this led to the field goal by Christic to stop the run.
It wasn't even close. He was like a good foot out of bounds.
13-point Laker lead. This is the first meeting of the season between the Lakers and the Thunder. First of 3. Lakers have won 10 straight over the Thunder here in Los Angeles. And that includes the playoff series, a tough 6-game first-round series last season. Another Oklahoma City turnover.
No floor spacing, and Westbrook's not going to space the floor as a shooter. He's going to get into that paint, but the Lakers defense is surrounding everybody down there.
Bryant off the double pump, doing it in the face of James Harden.
Well, first he had to tell Ron Artest, dive and get out of there to take your man away from me. If his man left, Artest would have had a wide open layup.
16 points for Bryant. Durant, rebounded by Christic, looking for the shot, and the foul, putting Ibaka on the floor, and he will go to the line for 2.
Well, Kobe's shown a lot of energy here today. Remember yesterday the Lakers lost to the Clippers, and he was very upset after the game. And you can see he's had a bounce in his step tonight. Watch him turn, talk to the bench after the knockdown jumper, and that loss yesterday stuck with him. I thought it was really interesting. Late in the game, Blake Griffin got underneath Lamar Odom. There's about 5 seconds left. It's a 9-point game, and a technical comes, a couple of ejections. And Lamar Odom afterwards said, I don't know why he's playing so hard at that point. You know, you got to stop if it's a 9-point game. And here's what we're talking about. He kind of pushes him, and Odom gets frustrated. He throws him around. It ends up in multiple ejections. And when Kobe was asked about it, he took Blake Griffin's side. He said, you know what? That's how I learned how to play. You play the whole way through. So he didn't back up Lamar Odom at all. That's how frustrated he was with his teammates' effort.
Blake Griffin had a strong finish to that game, and Kobe Bryant saying afterward he punked us.
Yeah.
How about Blake Griffin this afternoon in the Clipper win here at Staples over Indiana? A career-high 47 points. That's a traveling violation.
Would you say he punked the Pacers today, too?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
Would you say that a player is incorrect, Steve, for playing all 48 minutes, right? Even though there's 5 seconds. I mean, you don't want to take that away, do you, from a player?
No, of course not. But I think it's kind of an unwritten NBA rule when the game's over. You don't want to get anybody hurt. And I think it was frustration from Odom more than anything. But I love the attitude from Blake Griffin.
Let's throw it over to Craig Sager. Craig.
Well, Marvin, that scrimmage, there were 4 technicals. All 4 players were ejected from the game. Lamar Odom, Ron Artest, Baron Davis, and Blake Griffin. But this afternoon, the NBA reviewed the play. They have rescinded the technicals on Blake Griffin and also on Ron Artest. They said Blake Griffin did not instigate it at all, and they actually called Ron Artest a peacemaker, and he had the technical removed.
That's the first time we've ever heard that before.
And a beautiful move by Westbrook to draw the foul. It's on Fisher. Westbrook with the basket, and he will go to the line.
Once Kobe came out of his stance, he had no chance of getting back in front of Westbrook and clear path to the basket.
And let's see, Thursday night in Portland, we will see Blake Griffin and the surging Clippers face the Trailblazers. Off that battle for the loose ball, it's deflected out of bounds. The official, John Goble, says last touch by the Thunder. It'll be Laker ball. The first, a timeout taken by Phil Jackson. 4 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the third. Lakers pulling away. They're up by 11. In this third quarter, and the Lakers leading the Thunder 76-65. Fisher over Westbrook. He thought he was fouled. Clean block, says Dick Pavetta. Durant. And that's his first field goal in the last 20 minutes.
But he was more aggressive that time. He caught it, swiped right through, one dribble hard, got a rhythm, and then went up immediately.
Lakers at 30-12. They have the second best record in the West. San Antonio 35-6. Off the win last night over Denver. Here is Fisher. Ibaka with the rebound. Able to pull it away.
Now remember yesterday we talked about the Clipper game. The Lakers were up 12 in the third quarter as Collison gets the tip in. Lakers were up 12 in the third. They ran out of energy. Phil Jackson told us before the game, look, this is 6 in 9 days for us. We're a little tired. He hasn't been playing the bench much tonight, so we'll see. Can they close this game?
Well, the Thunder with 8 straight points and cut it to 7. Bryant off a series of fakes. Harden does not go for it. And Bryant's pass intended for Gasol.
As soon as I saw the isolation, Oklahoma City brought the next defender over. Basically, they overloaded or tilted the defense to one side of the floor, so Kobe faced a double team.
Thunder coming in at 27-13. They've won 4 straight, 7 of their last 10. Durant, Ibaka, rebounded by Ibaka, but a foul. Loose ball foul. So the ball back to the Lakers. Team foul number 4 on the Thunder, and that's 3 on Ibaka.
Well, he missed that from point-blank range, too. Great move from Durant. He might have gotten fouled, and then Ibaka tries to clean it up. That would have cut it to 5. And you got to like the defense that Oklahoma City has played the last few possessions. It's been a pattern for them this year. They've played better defense in the second half.
Shannon Brown coming on for Derek Fisher. And Gasol draws the foul. Fisher leaving with 15 points. That's a season high for Derek. Collison with the foul. Gasol to the line. Now here's Steve Blake coming on for Kobe Bryant. Well, TNT Tuesday, television's most fearless series, is back. Don't miss an all-new Southland Tuesday at 10, 9 Central, right here on TNT. And a couple of stars of Southland, Ben McKenzie and Michael Kudlitz here at the game tonight. And Ben, I thought they'd get better seats. Collison with the stuff.
I was excited last night. The Golden Globe Awards. I was jacked up for that.
How many movies and TV shows did you see this year?
Maybe my biggest year, Mark.
Single digits?
This is fascinating. Do we have a graphic for that we can put up? How many movies Mike saw?
Here's Shannon Brown for 3. Westbrook on the run. Nice pass for Harden.
Terrific pass that time. He had Durant running the left lane. He crossed over right to left, took it at Durant to open it up for Harden.
Assist number 9 for Westbrook.
And the tone of this game has totally changed here the last few minutes. Oklahoma City has become the aggressor.
Here's Brown firing one up. Rebounded by Ibaka. He's done a good job off the boards. Westbrook accelerates. Westbrook to the bucket. The lead is down to 3.
Stevie, you hit it right on the head as far as the energy level. The energy level has just dropped off completely for the Lakers. And who's sprinting down the court right now? Oklahoma City by themselves, basically.
It was a 15-point Laker lead. Artest. There's Blake for three. Blake ending a 14-2 run with his first field goal of the night.
Did they need that one? I mean, this game, this lead has been slipping away. The energy that we talked about is especially exposed when you play an athletic team like the Clippers yesterday or Oklahoma City here tonight.
Open shot for Ibaka. And the Lakers can hold for a final shot of this third quarter. Down to 10 seconds. Odom for three. Way off. And time runs out. Harden with that shot after the horn. The Thunder coming from behind, down by as many as 15. They had it down to 3. The Lakers now clinging to a 6-point edge. Being presented by the United States Marine Corps. Moments ago, Craig Sager with Laker head coach Phil Jackson.
Well, Phil, this 15-point lead is now down to 6. How do you slow down the comeback attempt by Oklahoma City?
Our offense has to do that. Take good shots, get shots in rhythm of our offense so we get back in order.
Are you starting to feel the effects of 6 games in 9 days?
I thought Kobe looked a little tired there at the end of the quarter. He played a great quarter. But I want to get him some rest so he come back strong.
Thanks a lot. Thank you, Marv.
All right, Craig, as this fourth quarter gets underway, we saw Russell Westbrook knock down the jumper. The lead is down to 4. Odom gets inside and a late whistle, but he was fouled.
And we heard Phil Jackson talk about it, just reestablishing the offense, and that's the way to slow down Oklahoma City's transition game. This is where they haven't done anything in the third quarter, getting points in the paint. Buying him a little foul trouble. Gasol has been ineffective, so Lakers have to establish themselves down there again.
It's a very small point, but it's a very important one. Getting to the free throw line slows the defense or the opponent down, because by getting to the line, you get a chance to regroup your defense on the free throw line. You get back, you're set, you know who you're playing, as opposed to getting caught in transition all the time.
I thought that was a major point.
Yes, you underrated your statement.
That's a great point.
You actually overachieved, I thought.
I appreciate you guys listening, actually.
83-77 Lakers. Luke Walton now defending on Kevin Durant. And a foul on Walton. At one stretch in the third quarter, Durant missed 8 consecutive shots. He is just 5 for 16, 18 points. The high man is Russell Westbrook, having an outstanding game, 26 points and 9 assists. Kobe Bryant getting a rest. Kevin Durant. Heard Phil Jackson tell Craig Sager that sort of thought that Kobe was running out of gas at the end of the third quarter. Here's the lob for Bynum. Collison on the foul, tied him up. Able to wrap up Bynum.
Good job by Collison. He fouled him before Bynum could go up with a shot, so the Lakers will take it out on the side. Looked like he had a dunk here, but Bynum couldn't quite get the ball over the rim. And then there's the foul. And if Bynum hadn't have actually pump faked that, he'd have 2 free throws right now.
Walton played by Durant. Walton with a catch and shoot. Loose ball foul on the Lakers as Collison is contesting with Bynum. That's 4 on Andrew Bynum.
Collison did a good job of keeping his body against Bynum's body, and then as it was a jump ball between the two of them, the contact from behind by Bynum gets a foul.
I think we have to give credit to Ibaka and Collison as Westbrook dribbles the ball off his foot, but that Lakers size advantage has really been negated here in the second half. Collison and Ibaka doing a terrific job defensively.
Lakers have Blake and Brown in the backcourt. Walton with Bynum and Odom on the front line. Shot clock to 7. Brown makes the turn, called for the traveling violation.
Because he changed pivot feet. He had established the one pivot foot already. Then what he did is he picked it up, stepped with the other one to turn and try and get a shot off, and that's changing pivot feet. You can't do that.
We're early fourth quarter. Lakers have led by as many as 15. The Thunder coming roaring back. They came within 3 a moment ago, and Durant missed the shot, but a foul is called.
I think that's 5 on Bynum. Yeah, they got Bynum on a push-off. Great play by Ibaka, getting position for that rebound. Gasol will now enter for Bynum. Watch the push in the back right here. Ibaka gets underneath position. Not good call by, I believe it was Dick Bavetta, or was it John Golden? Either way, good call by the officials. Just want to clear that up.
Yes, you did. Pau Gasol is back coming on for Bynum. 13 foul committed by the Lakers. Ibaka. And it's grabbed by Walt. Westbrook doing a good job on Blake denying the shot. Gasol backs his way. It counts in a foul. Foul called on Collison, and Pau Gasol will go to the line. That's 5 on Nick Collison.
Gasol makes a most difficult shot. He takes the bump, he fades away and hits that. He had not been having a great shooting night from the floor, but that's a tough basket right there.
While we have a moment, we'd like to send our very best wishes to our colleague and great friend, Jeff Oden. Jeff recovering from surgery. And apparently, Steve, he sent a text message to you that he continues to be bothered by the overall annoying analysis of the Czar as Durant is able to knock it down. That's terrible.
I was trying to keep that private.
Oaksy.
Overall.
Oaksy, we're thinking about you.
Here's Walton with a runner. Lakers up by 7.
And in typical Phil Jackson fashion, Kobe Bryant still on the bench. Most coaches would have gone back to Kobe after about 2 minutes of rest. But Phil doing his best to keep him there and allow this team to try to find its way.
Durant getting back into his rhythm. 24 points for Kevin Durant, and they're trading baskets now. It's a 5-point Laker lead.
And Durant knows in his head that Walton can't play. Walton just trying to move his body up into him, be physical with him, but he swings in, faces up against Walton, and then goes by him.
Shannon Brown with a fadeaway.
Well, Lakers have hit some tough shots here, between Gasol's fadeaway and Brown's fadeaway. Oklahoma City playing excellent defense, but they haven't really been rewarded for it here in the last couple minutes.
Well, Scott Brooks telling us they play defense in spurts. Lakers 51% from the field, up by
coaches that lived through what he stood for and the example he set. I know without that, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in. So it's not really just about taking something that 40 years ago happened and trying to equate it. I look at it as though his life impacted the lives that impacted me.
And today, the 25th federal observance of the birthday of the Reverend Martin Luther King, and Derek Fisher did a good job expressing his thoughts on that subject prior to the start of tonight's game. A backcourt violation has just been called.
Yeah, watch where the pass is made. Touches his hand in the front court, and then he goes over and never touched the defender's hand.
But the interesting thing was Dick Bavetta didn't call it initially.
No, he had to think about it for a little bit.
He thought about it, and he got the call right.
He stopped the game, and he just said I had it wrong and gave him the ball.
Long pass, too far, intended for Brown. So the ball back to Oklahoma City on an exchange of turnovers. 4 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. Thunder down by 7. And a long rest for Kobe Bryant. We had a big third quarter. Here is Westbrook. Rebound hauled down by Gasol.
And again, everything from the perimeter for Oklahoma City. They don't have a post-up threat, so they can't threaten the defense by throwing it inside. They end up attacking off the dribble pretty much every possession.
Odom able to get to that pass.
Pau Gasol had to throw that exactly where it had to be, away from the defender. That's what he did. That's why Odom was able to catch it and finish.
16 points for Lamar Odom. Lakers getting balanced scoring. Durant deflected away by Walt.
You'll see him turn Gasol face in, and there's the slice cut, and the ball is exactly where it has to be, so Odom can catch it. Odom keeps the defender on his back, then it's an easy layup.
6 on the shot clock. Durant with a deep three blocked by Gasol. That's his third block shot. Gasol played by Collison, feeling for him. Harden came over and got a piece of that shot. Oh, what a move by Westbrook. And he draws the foul. It's a block on Gasol.
That was an unbelievable move there. I mean, I'm not even sure what he did. He went through two guys, and Gasol was so late. Watch it, inside out, then a crossover, and Gasol, he's kind of backpedaling here. Westbrook beats the big man to the spot almost every time down the floor.
26 points, 10 assists for Russell Westbrook. 6 of 7 at the line. Here's a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. NBA TV Tuesday, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. It's the Hawks and the Heat from Miami. Kobe Bryant checking back in. ESPN Wednesday starting at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. The Lakers and the Mavericks in Dallas. Ron Artest also making his return. 92-85 Lakers. Just the first of 3 meetings of the season between these two clubs. The Lakers have won the last 10 against the Thunder here at home. Bryant played by Harden. Bryant off the bench to knock down the jumper.
I guess he didn't pull off too much, did he, Steve? Sitting on the bench all that time.
Wanted to get a shot up quickly, too.
Bryant 7 for 11, 18 points in all. This after that slow start where he was not looking for his shot. Harden for 3. James Harden drills it from downtown.
Well, he finally gets one to go. He's launched a lot of threes here tonight. I think 4 or 5. And hasn't really looked in rhythm. He shot the ball pretty well this month. But in a little bit of a slump here the last few games.
Artest coming from out of bounds and then back in. Called on the violation, so the ball back to Oklahoma City.
Now Kobe comes right off the bench and immediately gets a jump shot up. This is what makes him so good. It doesn't matter whether he's going right or left. Perfect form, perfect footwork. Lakers by 6.
It is time for tonight's Marines teamwork play of the game.
Look at that triangle offense. When they bring the center up high, they bring a guard around. That's all make-believe, just to get the defense to look one way, and then you get Odom slashing right through the middle of the lane. A beautiful pass. Nice teamwork. Pau Gasol to his teammate, Lamar Odom.
Make-believe. It did happen.
Make-believe.
Misdirection.
You don't like make-believe, huh?
Westbrook coming up short. He thought he was fouled. 5.5 remaining. Fourth quarter, Lakers in possession. They have a 6-point lead. Eric Fisher back. Fisher with 15, a season high. Bryant. Gasol. Rebounded by Durant.
Oklahoma City has gone small here with Ibaka at the center and Jeff Green at the 4. Maybe trying to pick up the pace a little bit here in the last 5 minutes.
Fisher not allowing the shot by Harden. Harden makes the turn, kicks it out. Green for 3. Kept alive by Harden.
That's 2 for 19 from the three-point line now for Oklahoma City. We talked about it, one of the worst three-point shooting clubs in the NBA.
And Green only a 28% shooter from beyond the arc.
So, Steve, if you're one of the worst three-point shooting teams, do you keep taking threes during the course of the game or cut it down?
Is that a rhetorical question? That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's why I didn't answer.
Which was wise on your part. Off the turnover, Lakers back in possession. Odom with room. Finds Gasol.
Well, we did talk about the execution for Oklahoma City being a problem in the half court. Part of that is their poor three-point shooting, because when you can't shoot from long range, it's tough to space the defense out, make your cuts, and work the offense and find any rhythm.
Durant. Kevin Durant now 8 for 22. Had that run of missing 8 straight shots.
I mean, that's the critical part of the ball game, and they end up with a fadeaway 21-footer.
Paul Gasol extends to a 10-point lead, and Scott Brooks looks to talk it over.
And my point is this. They average 15 three-point attempts per game. They're right at the bottom of the league in shooting them. They have 20. So do you keep looking to shoot more, or do you pull it back out? Gasol makes his shot facing up, but Oklahoma City is not making theirs.
T is presented by the United States Marine Corps. Guys, we're talking about the lack of proficiency by Oklahoma City from three-point range. Perhaps the three-point happy, 7 of 14 in the last game from downtown against Orlando.
Well, Orlando makes everybody three-point happy. They think that's how you're supposed to play the whole game, and they're very good at spacing the floor and shooting it. But Oklahoma City does not shoot it well from deep. That's the kind of shot they make, that in-between shot. Tough shot that time for Westbrook.
Lakers have a 98-90 lead, 3.5 remaining. In the fourth, Marv Albert, Steve Kerr, the Czar, Mike Fratello, Craig Sager. We are in LA. Lakers have won 7 of their last 8, 9 of their last 11. Nice move by Bryant on a crossover. Rebounded by Artest to get the new shot clock.
Kobe wants that ball in his hands. He chased it down and got it back again.
And last touch by Fisher. It was deflected by Westbrook, and Fisher had it carry off his hand, so Oklahoma City back in possession. Westbrook makes the turn on Bryant and banks it home.
Phenomenal shot, but great defense from the Lakers. And I think this game really has changed in the fourth quarter. Once the Lakers started to control the transition of Oklahoma City, they're forcing tough shots, but the Thunder managing to hang in with tough shots like that one.
32 points for Westbrook. Got a season high. He had a 43-point game. Bryant tried to go to the crossover, and he lost it.
Durant stuck that long arm in there, got a piece of it. The ball then hit off of Kobe Bryant. Possession, Oklahoma.
And the Lakers can't forget about going inside. Remember what Phil Jackson said. Slow down Oklahoma City with our offense. Pound them inside. That's our advantage.
The lead pass for Durant. So the Thunder back within 4 with a 6-0 run.
That was, what a great play. Timing and everything. The execution of elevating and the finish that time.
Just under 2 remaining in the fourth quarter. Artest hooked from behind by Harden.
Watch the timing on this. Throw the ball to the rim. He points to his teammate. You see Ibaka catch and finish all in one motion. Throw it up. There's the finish.
How athletic is Oklahoma City at just about every position?
Fourth team foul committed by the Thunder. Here is Gasol. A minute and a half to play. The Thunder down by 4. Westbrook. Back tap and handled by Odom.
Kobe forced him into a tough shot. I just don't like that. There's too much standing around. Again, nobody's going into the post. You never threaten the defense. Everything is relying on a hero shot right now for the Thunder.
Durant defending on Bryant. Bryant. Artest for 3. Way off. Westbrook with Fisher back. Good job by Fisher. Green for 3. Did not get the hop.
And Ibaka had offensive position, but that extra bounce on the rim gave the rebound to the Lakers.
Green 0 for 5 from three-point land. And the foul on Durant.
Take a look at the bounce. Green misses the 3. Ibaka's just waiting for it, and then the ball hits the other side of the rim and bounces right back to Odom. Tough break for Oklahoma City.
That's not what Scott Brooks wants, and they're very upset. Durant's talking to the official. If they were going to foul, they would have fouled immediately in the backcourt. You don't use up that kind of time and then just go up and foul him. The official felt, obviously, that there was contact at the half-court line, but a very strange call. Durant did not want to foul him.
And it put Oklahoma City over the limit right here.
Is that a foul? I mean, I almost think Scott Wall thought that he was trying to foul. I guess he does reach in, and you can't make that play if you're Durant. You can't reach in and even give the official an option to call it.
The Thunder take the immediate timeout, so they'll be able to advance to the front court when we come back with 36.8 left in the fourth quarter. The Lakers up 99-94.
Remember, this is a very young team, and we've gotten so used to talking about Oklahoma City and their bright future and the potential championships down the road. But this is still a team that won 23 games 2 years ago, and they're on the rise, but there's a ways to go. Offensive execution, defensive decision-making. You see the foul there from Durant, but meanwhile, they're 27-13 based on talent alone, and there's so much room for growth. I think that's what's exciting for Thunder fans.
You have a 5-point differential right now. You need 2 possessions. So whether or not you take a 3 now and a 2 later, or 2 now and 3 later, doesn't matter. You can get a 3 just on dribble penetration by laying it up and getting fouled on it.
And you want to get the shot off within about 6 or 7 seconds. That way you don't have to foul at the other end. You can make a defensive stop and get the ball back.
Oklahoma City just 2 of 20 from three-point range. The ball in the hands of Durant, able to split through. Tip missed, rebounded by Bryant, and he is fouled by Westbrook. So Kobe will go to the line.
Well, Durant got a good look at it. You know, they ran a pretty good play. Lakers really broke up the first option, and Durant just came back and got the ball and created a shot for himself. Had a good look, just couldn't get it to go.
They tried to run a back pick flare and get Durant going off over on the right side. And when they broke it up, as you mentioned, he split 2 defenders that time and did get a very good look at the rim.
Bryant only 4 of 7 at the line, at 83% free throw shooter, having his difficulties at the line here tonight.
Meanwhile, Oklahoma City just trying to break through and get a win in this building against the Lakers. They lost all 3, or I guess 2 of them at Staples last year. No, maybe it was 3. It was 3. That series went 6. And look at that, 10 straight on the road here at Staples against the Lakers. That includes the playoffs.
Bryant has missed his last 3. An opportunity for the Thunder. Westbrook all the way. It was tipped home, but a foul is called. The basket will not count.
I think it took Westbrook about 2.5 seconds to run the length of the floor with the ball. That guy's incredible.
There you go. You see the dribble penetration right there. Defender trying to move out of the way, does not want to get called for a foul. If you're going to move all the way out of the way. Don't give him a 3-point play.
So Westbrook to the line, 8 of 9 from the foul line. He is an excellent foul shooter. 86% for the season. And if I say that, it's a rare miss.
And 2 rare misses from Kobe at the other end. You hardly ever see that, especially with the game on the line.
And as we mentioned earlier, the Thunder 83% as a team. That's first in the league. Now to 22 seconds to play. Westbrook missing on both. And he is upset with himself. The ball was tipped out of bounds, last touch by the Lakers.
Yeah, you still have a chance here for Oklahoma City. I mean, that's a lucky break off that missed free throw. And take a look as Ibaka kind of reaches in, but yeah, goes off of Bynum. Good call.
Artest checks back in. Harden will inbound. Westbrook fires for 3, and that is way off. The ball back to the Lakers.
I don't like that decision at all.
You kind of want to look for that guy named Durant, I think, to see if you can get him to shoot it.
And once again, Bryant is fouled, so he'll head back to the line.
There's those 3-point numbers we talked about. 2 for 21 for Oklahoma City. On the year, they're 33%. They only make 5 of them per game, which puts them at 27th in the NBA. And you know, as they go forward, and that's gonna be a personnel thing, you know, because Westbrook's not a 3-point shooter, so you have to decide: do you want to become more 3-point oriented, or you know, do you want to base your offense on your execution in the half court? And look at the numbers coming off these last 3 games: 117 points per night, 94 tonight. Lakers defense in the second half has been really good.
Last game, 125 points in that shootout with Orlando, won by Oklahoma City. Timeout taken by Scott Brooks. 15 seconds left. It's a 7-point Laker lead. 7 points to lead the Clippers. A 114-107 victory over the Indiana Pacers. The Griffin is 27th consecutive double-double. 19 of 24 from the field for the 47. And we'll see Blake Griffin here on TNT on Thursday night as the Clippers, who have really turned things around. They've won 10 of the last 14 games. Play the Blazers in Portland in the second of our doubleheader. 15 seconds to play here in the fourth. Durant for 3. Odom with the rebound, and that'll wrap it. And the Oklahoma City Thunder will be thinking about that. The numbers from 3-point range: 2 for 22. Westbrook finishes as the high man with 32. Durant 24. Lakers with 5 players in double figures. 21 apiece for Gasol and Bryant. 16 for Odom, season high 15 for Fisher, and 10 for Bynum. The Lakers go to 31-12. They've won 8 of their last 9, 10 of their last 12 games. The Thunder's win streak stopped at 4. They dropped to 27-14, and they have now lost 11 straight here at Staples to the Lakers. Let's go to Craig with Pau Gasol.
Well, Pau, it's such a contrasting style between these two teams. What was the key to getting you guys to play your type of game?
Well, to stop them from all the penetration they were getting in the first half. Obviously, Westbrook is very aggressive. He's very talented, and he's getting better and better. So it was tough to stop him. But once we were able to stay in front of him, we're in much better shape.
One of the low points of the season was yesterday when you guys lost to the Clippers. Kobe said you were punked by Blake Griffin. What effect did that have on maybe how you guys came out to tonight's game?
Every game is a different story. Obviously, last night, things didn't go our way, and especially down in the fourth quarter, we tossed that one away. But we had to come back here tonight, understanding that it's a new game, and Oklahoma is right behind us on the standings. So it was really important to come out and protect our home court.
All right, thanks a lot. Back to you, Marv.
All right, thank you, Craig. The Lakers go to 17-6, protecting their home court. They've had some home losses to several under 500 teams, Indiana, Milwaukee, and Memphis, but able to win it here tonight in their first of 3 meetings against Oklahoma City, the team that they met in the first round of the playoffs last season. Had that tough 6-game series, but won it and then went on to win a second straight championship. Thanks to our producer, Scott Cockerell, our director, Renard Lowe, statistician, Brian Taylor. Again, the final, Lakers 101, Thunder 94 for the Czar, Mike Fratello, Steve Kerr, Craig Sager, and the rest of our crew. I'm Marv Albert saying good night from Los Angeles. You've been watching the